Hey guys, welcome. Today's practice, while it can certainly be done any time of day, is really my go-to practice on mornings that I have a little less time. I'm really finding that the simple sun salutations, they're not always easy, but the simplicity of it is a great way to connect to breath, to begin to wake my body up for the day, and to create a place in my mind that feels a little bit steadier with that rhythm. So, hopefully, that will help you too. We'll work through some variations on the sun salutations and with a couple of twists and then a back bend to get us up and get us moving for the day. Nothing really in particular for props. If you have a couple blocks and want to have them handy, great. If not, no worries. Let's go ahead and start in child's pose. This is one some days that it feels like I could stay in the whole time. I have to get myself up and going. So settle in, find a child's pose that feels right for you. And you take your knees out wide enough that your belly can rest in between your thighs. And bring your big toes together and let your forehead rest down to your mat. And if that's feeling like a far reach today to get your belly or get your forehead all the way down, you grab a pillow or a blanket if you have something like that nearby. And take a few fuller, steady breaths. Use these first few moments in child's pose to settle into a rhythm of breath, whatever that appropriate rhythm feels like this morning. Check in with your body. Where is there sensation? What might be talking to you this morning? What feels smooth and at ease? Some days we wake up and things just feel quiet and sweet to start the day. Some days we wake up with our minds already running. And just notice where you're at. And give yourself a few more breaths here. If it feels meaningful, take a moment to set an intention, either for your practice or for your day. And then into that, take one more full, steady breath. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. You can keep hands next to each other. You can stack your left hand on top. Anchor back through your left hip. And bring some breath into the left side of your body. And so we connect with breath and also just use this time to open up the body so there's room for deeper breath. Sometimes those mornings feel a little bit creaky and create a little space, a little more lubrication through the joints. Good. Back to center, take a breath. And walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. You can do hands wide so they're parallel, or stack your right hand on top, right? Especially if it is early, don't force, just meet your body wherever it's at. And even with a shorter practice, how effective it can be. It's these moments to move breath and body together. Somehow it seems like it can set the tone for the whole day. Walk your hands back to center. Take one more full round of breath here. And side forward to tabletop. Let's take a moment to set your wrists under your shoulders, your hips under your knees. Spread wide through your fingers, root down through your fingertips. A couple rounds of cat-cow and just start to move breath and body together. So inhale, arch your back, look forward. Exhale, chin to chest, round through your spine. Press your hands into your mat. Inhale, come forward, cow pose. Exhale, round cat. Let your breath lead the movement. And so wherever your breath is at, honor that. It might be different from where my cues are at. And if one side or the other, if cat or cow feels really good, take an extra breath, stay there. With this simple repetitive movement, just notice where there's some good range of motion fluidity along your spine today. Where are those little creaky spots? The little hitches along the way. Let that awareness of breath and body help you find steadiness in mind. Wherever you're at, take one more full round, no hurry. And come back to center. Walk your hands forward. Walk them forward a palm print. Stay anchored through your hands. Press your hips up and back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Feet hip width apart. Hands wide enough to give your shoulders and your collarbones a generous amount of space. And sometimes that's even a little bit wider than we think. My pinkies are working towards the outer edges of my mat. If a bend in your knees feels better for the backside of your body this morning, do that. And stay with that smooth, steady rhythm of your breath. Find the anchor of your foundation. And to feel like we get rooted, settled, grounded for the day to come. And take another full breath in. Big breath out. And walk your feet to your hands. Come to the front end of your mat. And feet together or feet hip width apart. See what feels better. Again, maybe a bend in your knees. Sometimes I know hamstrings for me first thing in the morning are a little less cooperative. As you press your feet down, hug your legs together. Inhale, stretch forward halfway, right? Hands to mat or shins or thighs, somewhere where there's some good support. Exhale, fold in. And follow your breath. See if you can match length of movement with the length of your breath. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Good. A couple times just to create that range of motion length through your spine. Inhale, stretch forward. Start to find some lift and tone through your low belly for support. Exhale, fold. One more, lengthen forward halfway, lift through your belly, draw your shoulder blades back, stretch out through the top of your head. Exhale, fold. This time bring your hands to your hips, root through your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Take a full round of breath, stand tall, open up through your heart, anchor down through your legs. Inhale, reach both arms up, right? Full breath, full long movement, follow yours. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Again, maybe a bend in your knees. Inhale, stretch forward halfway. Exhale, fold. Anchor down, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Right? We'll follow that simple movement with breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Press your feet down. Inhale, stretch forward halfway. Keep the back of your neck long. Exhale, fold. Strong legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. Take that big range of motion out and around for your shoulders. Exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Good. Keep bringing attention back to that simple movement, breath and body. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Feel the body start to open up with the repetition. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands together at your heart. We'll add on from here. Reach up, inhale. Slow fold forward, exhale. And anchor your legs. Inhale, stretch forward, tone through your belly, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back, high plank pose. Just like in down dog, get strong through your hands, spread through your fingertips, and then root down through each fingertip. Take another full breath in. And then as you exhale, either bent knees or straight legs lower all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift up through head, chest, shoulders, little cobra pose to start. Exhale, lower down. Good. Use the lift with your breath. Inhale from the strength of your back and from your breath. Exhale, lower. One more. Float up, inhale. Strong legs, lift through your belly, open through your chest. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. And take one full round of breath here in down dog. Inhale, come to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and then walk, step, or hop front of your mat. Press your feet down. Inhale, stretch forward halfway. Exhale, fold. Anchor your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Take a breath. And if it feels good, even keep a soft gaze through your eyes. Let the attention really rest inside. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, slow fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Alternate the foot that you step back with for balance. Strong hands, lift your belly, take a breath in. Right, and then exhale, lower all the way down. Untuck your toes. This time, take your feet out wide. It's one of my favorite variations on Cobra. Stack your elbows over your wrists. Inhale, lift up, head, chest, shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Right, strong legs. Feel that whole back line of the body engaged to lift. Inhale. Soften and lower, exhale. Good. One more with your breath, float up. Release down, exhale, hands by your sides, tuck your toes, press back down dog. And full breath. Inhale to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or float. Right, same thing, you can alternate the leg that comes forward first for balance. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Root down, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Take a breath. One more like that. Reach up, inhale. Slow fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Fold, exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. And take one full breath here in plank. Exhale, come all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes, stretch your arms back by your sides, turn your palms down. Inhale, lift up, head, chest, arms, locust pose. And stay lifted through your belly. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, head, chest, shoulders, arms. Stretch your fingertips back towards your heels. Exhale, lower down. Good, last one, float up, inhale. Lower down, exhale. Hands by your ribs, tuck your toes, press all the way back, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Big breath out. Just feel that steady rhythm to the breath that you're cultivating. To your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk, step, or hop. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Anchor your feet. Inhale, big circle around with your arms. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Again, just take a round of breath. Notice the opening we're starting to create in body. Hopefully the steadiness of breath and of mind. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, sit back, chair pose. Lift up through your arms, inhale. Settle the weight back down into your heels, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale, step your left foot back, left knee down to your mat. Inhale, both arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Squeeze your legs together. Exhale, settle your hips forward towards your front heel. Reach up through your fingertips, inhale. Settle your hips forward, exhale. Just the right amount for you this morning. And reach up, inhale. Plant your hands, lift your back knee, step back, high plank pose. And take an extra breath here in plank. And really lift and tone through your belly, build a little heat, a little bit stability through your core. Good, one more full breath in. And then with your exhale, lower either halfway to chaturanga or come all the way to your mat. And inhale, come through cobra or upward facing dog if you feel ready. Exhale, up and back, down dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot through. Bring your right knee down to your mat. Inhale, bring both arms up overhead. And strong legs hug in. Exhale, settle your hips forward. Right. To whatever degree it feels like that opening through the front of the hip feels all right today. Stay lifted up through your belly, lift up through your fingertips. Keep that steady cadence, that steady rhythm of your breath. Exhale, plant your hands, lift your back knee, step all the way forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Anchor down, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. One round of breath here. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, sit back, chair pose. Weight to your heels. Stay lifted through your chest, through your arms. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, fold. Find that moving meditation with your breath. Lengthen halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Step your right foot back this time. Keep your back knee lifted. Come high on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, bring both arms up overhead. Exhale, settle down into your front knee. Strengthen through your back leg. Reach all the way up through your chest, through your arms. Take a big breath in. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, high plank. Good. Again, take that extra breath in high plank. And then when you're ready, chaturanga or all the way to your mat. Cobra or upward facing dog for your back bend. And release down, stretch all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step through. And strong legs, root down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bend into your front knee. Strengthen through your back leg by pressing it up. And keep a little bend, that might feel better. And then lift up through your chest. Open up through your heart. Reach up through your fingertips. Big breath in. And exhale, plant your hands. This time, step back, down dog. Bring your knees down, settle your hips back. Child's pose. Take 3 full rounds of breath. Just notice where your breath is at now from when we started. And how does the mobility of your body feel? And does your mind feel steady? Press into your hands, lift your hips up, down dog. From down dog, walk your feet together behind you. Take your left hand to the front center of your mat. And really anchor down through your fingertips. Roll onto your left hand, outer edge of your left foot. Vashisthasana, side plank pose. Keep legs stacked. You can step your top foot in front or even bring your bottom knee down for a little bit more support. And poses like side plank, regular plank, such a great effective way to build some heat. Wake up your whole body. And really press through the outer edge of your back foot. Root down through your hand, lift your hips. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, both hands down. Lift your hips, down dog. Take a breath between sides. Start again with feet together. Sometimes this just makes the stacking of your legs easier. Walk your right hand to the front center of your mat. Root down, roll onto your right hand, outer edge of your right foot. Reach your top arm up, right? Same variations, like stacked, top foot in front, bottom knee down. Press down, lift your hips. The little shaking, that's okay. Right, we get that stability. Sometimes my body's not always ready for the big twisty bendy first thing in the morning. We can start to build some heat, some connection, create space. And unwind, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and then walk, step, or hop all the way through. Come down onto your back. And once you get there, hug your knees to your chest. You can make a few circles with your knees or rock side to side. And keep your right knee in, stretch your left leg out, flex your feet, and then just give yourself a little massage on the front of your hip flexors. So move your knee a couple inches side to side. Doesn't have to be a big movement. And then back to center, bring your right knee across your body for a twist. Right arm out to the side. Stay anchored back through your right shoulder. Lengthen your right hip away from your lower ribs. Just like at the beginning, bring a little breath into the side of our bodies. Twist, such a nice way to stimulate our organs in the morning. Wake things up for effective digestion throughout the day. And unwind, come on back to center, bring both knees in, and then switch sides. So left knee in, right leg long. And do the same, just take a little movement side to side. So as you squeeze your knee in, we get this compression on the front of our hip flexors. You know, besides hamstrings, sometimes low back can be a little creaky in the morning. So if we get some movement from hip flexors and low back, get things a bit warmed up for the day. Bring your left knee across, left arm out to the side. Stay anchored through your left shoulder. Roll your outer left hip away. This can also be a really nice place if you want a block underneath your knee or even a pillow or a blanket. if the amount of twist is feeling like a lot first thing. Inhale, come on back to center. Bend at both knees, place your feet down to your mat. Right, so I'll offer the option for a deeper twist. If that's not feeling great this morning, come back to where we were. And so stack right knee on top of left. You can keep shins parallel or tuck your toes behind. And just scoot your hips a little bit to the right. Bring both knees to your left. Take your arms out wide to T or to cactus shape. Again, here's a nice place if you want some support underneath your knee. Like if the twist is almost there, but it feels like quite a strain to get your knees down to the ground, or that it really starts to unplug through your right shoulder. Use that strength of your belly. Come on back to center. And unwind your legs. Switch sides. Left knee on top, feet stacked, or wrap your toes behind. Slide your hips to the left to let your knees fall to the right. You could also take just a double knee stacked legs twist here. Whatever variation is going to feel best for you. Just get that range of motion through the spine. I think always nice to take our spine and of all of its different ranges of motion, especially in our morning practice. A way to get all of the joints lubricated, things feeling strong and open for the day. From that strength of your belly, come on back to center. Unwind your legs. And keep your knees bent, soles of your feet to your mat. Take your feet hip width apart. Stretch your arms long by your sides. Anchor down through your head and shoulders. Inhale, lift your hips up, bridge pose. Arms by your sides or snuggle your arms underneath. Anchor your heels. Traction them back towards your hands or your shoulders. Stretch your knees away from your hips. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, lower your hips all the way back down. We'll take a couple rounds, so just take one round of breath in between. And press your feet down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Right, again, arms by your sides or snuggle your arms underneath. There's something I really like, especially in the morning, about ending my practice with back bends. It feels like it wakes things up a little bit more. Not something I usually do at the end of the day. And so modify as you need to if this practice is at night for you, maybe even just a supported bridge. And then exhale, lower down. And so we'll take one more round of bridge. If wheel pose is like a natural pose for you, right, feeling open enough for it this morning, go for it. For a lot of us, just to stay with that last round of bridge pose. Inhale, press to your feet, lift your hips up. Interlace your hands underneath you. And then really root down through your hands, through your forearms, anchor through your heels to lift your hips. Move your chest towards your chin, but keep pressing the back of your head down. One more full breath in. And then exhale, lower your hips. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide and butterfly. Hands to your thighs, hands to your belly. Close your eyes. And feel now steadiness of mind. Hopefully, maybe moving in that direction of breath. And how your body feels from that simple repetition of movement and breath together. And bring your hands alongside your legs. Help your legs back together. Hug your knees into your chest. And so a couple options here. It can be nice for end of a morning practice, regular Shavasana. So you can stretch all the way out on your mat. Right? Or bring yourself back up to sitting and take just a few moments in seated meditation. It doesn't have to be anything particular with your meditation, just a few moments of quiet of the mind, attention to breath. And so that same vein of where our practice was to end. Wherever you're at, close your eyes. And let the rhythm of the breath that you cultivated throughout your practice be the anchor for your mind. Find the place where it's steady and full. And if your mind drifts away, just keep inviting it back to that. I'm going to leave you here, either in Shavasana or in meditation, to finish out whatever time you have for your practice today. Namaste.